You're listening to the Long Game Podcast. I'm your host, Sandra Scaiano. How is everybody doing this week? I'm just doing a quick check-in because it has been a super busy start to the year. But one difference that I am personally feeling is that I'm taking things in stride. Even though my plate is full, I'm not feeling overwhelmed. I'm approaching things systematically and I'm knowing that everything will get done. My systems, my people, we're all working together to deliver. And it's a good place to be. And one that to get here was part of my own long game. And it's really what I love about the long game concept is that it applies to so many areas of our lives. We've got an emotional long game, we've got a personal life long game, and we've got a business long game. And those all include becoming aware of what's possible for ourselves in any of these capacities. So it's just pretty cool to notice and see yourself making strides on your long game goals. So, it's a reminder to keep paying attention to what you are thinking and feeling and always moving towards your long game. All right. This week, we are talking strategy. A distinct strategy that I'm using with a client right now that I am dubbing the intimate strategy. When it comes to launching courses and offers, so many people go for the max. They seek to hit the most numbers they possibly can, sell as many people into their course or offer until the cart closes. And that is one way to do it. And it really can make sense for a lot of business owners. But there is more than one approach to a successful course business. And the key to creating that is uniquely considering and working with all the aspects of your current business. Taking into account your resources, your goals, your other offers, and really what type of business you want to create. And also taking into account what makes you remarkable, as we recently discussed on episode 145. So go check that out if you haven't. And for some, their signature course is their only offer. So it makes sense that they are maximizing their course sales. For many business owners, they may see one-to-one clients or perform services as well. So everything doesn't hang on the one offer, which gives the ability to execute your course experience in a little different way. Today, I'm taking you through a course strategy that creates a more personal feel and still generates a hefty revenue. It's an example of how you can grow your business and still do what you do. The long game is the intimate strategy. In a world where everyone is doing, it's easy to get lost in a sea of comparison, secret tricks, and promises of overnight success. The long game? That's my approach to business. You gotta show up, you gotta do the work, and there are no quick fixes for long-term success. It takes creativity, it takes strategy, and it takes listening to the voice inside you. I'm a web designer, digital strategist, and energetic thinker, bringing you real-world business building experiences, conversations with creators who are out there doing it now, and ideas to spark the energy in your own business. And along the way, we're gonna have a little bit of fun as well. So thanks for being here, and let's get to today's episode. One of the things I always say to my clients is, you can't think your business. It's through the doing that the path becomes clear. And I've been working with a client who has experienced this firsthand. We recently launched this client's signature course, and we've launched it twice now, and getting a good response for her at her starting price point of $2,000. And we've also set up one of my favorite strategies, a course to membership model. There's still so much hype out there about the ease of creating and selling online courses, how they are passive income. And, yes, I'm going to tell you that people still get on calls with me and say they want passive income. I seriously really thought that was over, but people still believe it. And I think perpetuating this myth are business owners who say how much they make in a launch or a year, and they omit how much they've spent to make that amount. Or in the exact opposite case, are People who end up giving low touch experiences, but are selling their offer as very high touch with a price tag to match. And myself and my entrepreneur friends, we have been in these situations. We've talked about it, right? These are happening right now. So, I get it. I get how that hype happens. But there's really so much to consider when delving into a course business. And I'm a total proponent of digital courses, but you've got to create and deliver them strategically. So, this client is a very successful service provider. She is adept at creating content and driving traffic to her website. And because of her traffic, she does well monthly with selling ad space on her website. And she also sells a number of one-time purchase, like downloadable products. So, think templates for her specific industry. And so she's got a great business with a number of revenue streams, and all of it's working really well. She's got full-time and part-time assistants, and she also works with a few contractors who help her execute her tech pieces. And of course, she works with me in strategy and tech. So, you get a sense of her business here. And now she has added a signature course and membership to the mix. And there are these distinct silos for revenue in her business, because there are a few. She's got, her one-to-one, she's got her digital product, she's got her ad piece. No one area has to toe the line. So adding a course came as a way for her to do more coaching in a group atmosphere. And she teaches a foundational course that's very specific to her industry. And one of the revelations that my client has had in this now twice launched timeframe is about how many people she wants to coach in the course at one time. So back to that idea, right? That it's through the doing that the path becomes clear. We have built a real community in this course and with the following membership offer. And as we now go through the second course experience and plan the third, there's a realization of what we are building and how enjoyable it is. Courses get to be intimate spaces. They don't have to be behemoths to be successful. I recently read a well-known coach's social post about an almost 700 person launch this year. And I've also been in 2 500 plus person courses. And I have learned that's not for me. I literally showed up every day and never got my question answered. And of course, creators get to build in the support any way that they want. And, I guess my big course experiences were just not tailored to support. So I took the online courses with the big names who do $1 million launches, and they tout that you get what you need. But even with the separate coaching calls that had 50 to 100 people on them, I just never got my question answered. And I'm sure many other people feel like that. We didn't get the support that was promised. And, no one really learned about our business to guide us. And even though that was what I thought I was getting. Anyway, this is where you get to decide what kind of course and what kind of support do you want to create? What is the experience that you want to create for your students? So for this client, we decided that intimate was really working and it was really enjoyable. Like my client, she gets to know each student and their business as she guides them through her foundational lessons each week. With approximately 20 and up to 25 or 30 students a launch, she's able to stay on the weekly Q&A calls and, answer every question for those people who show up. She's able to review any progress work that they post and personally engage in the Facebook group without overwhelm. That 20 to 30 number, it sits just right. And when you create a course, you've got to look at the numbers, your own numbers and the numbers of those around you. How do your numbers add up? What else is being offered in your industry and at what price point? So for this client, we've raised the price from the first launch and now we're settling in around $2,500. And I'm, per course. And I'm being rough here with the numbers just for example's sake, but $2,500 times 30 people times 3 times a year is $225,000. And then she's got the membership piece that we've created on the back end. And with that, she's easily over $250,000 a year in revenue stream. And that membership will keep growing. So that number will also increase. And this is the power of bringing a course to your business. And, here's the thing. We have a limited number of participants and we're charging a good amount. But other courses in her industry, they run at $4,500. And there's even a year-long group course that launches around the same time that's over $10,000. So, we decided to take our high-touch approach and add it to the messaging. We want to let prospective students know that this course is limited to 25, 30 students, unlike other competitive courses. We want students to know that you're going to have direct access to the instructor the entire time. We want students to know that this instructor walks her talk of high quality and relationship building. And also, this instructor is in the trenches with you. She is out there still performing her services. So what she teaches, her answers to questions, instances that come up, they're all up to date and relevant. So many course experts or coaches, they aren't out in the world of services anymore. So this course creator is sharing what is happening in the industry now. And, best of all, my client has found joy in her numbers. She likes getting to know these students and building relationships with them. And the students, they get to know one another, like truly building and creating a professional community. And that is really invaluable and part of the offer as well. So recently, I had to pick up a few things to wear for some business travel. I was going to have photos and videos taken. And my first stop was the Standard Mall. And, near me, there's a huge mall with all of the stores that it's a busy place. And I found this beautiful sweater and it's green and you will see me wearing it in my new photos coming out. But they didn't have it in my size. So they called a second location where they held it for me. And along the way, I stopped at a denim store for jeans and, the salesperson was not very helpful. There were literally 20 styles. She didn't ask me what type of fit I was looking for. And, I even asked a question about something and she just answered it without engaging further, and I really just ended up leaving. And then I tried on a few pair of jeans at another store. And none of them really worked for me. And even though the salesperson there, tried to help, she got me some different sizes, but she didn't really explore styles of fit or help me choose a jean that would work for me. So the next day I went to pick up the sweater at the high end, very high end, less crowded mall. And it was a totally different experience. From the moment I stepped into the denim section of the department store, a friendly salesperson began to help me. She asked me what fit I wanted, what wash I liked, and she brought me a few pairs from different companies to try on. She was talking about the brands, checking in on me in the dressing room. And, I went there for a sweater and I left with 2 pairs of designer jeans, spending much more than I intended. And it was that experience. It got me what I wanted, well-fitting jeans. So good that I couldn't decide between the 2 pairs. And, I know they are hard to find because I had tried elsewhere. So when someone knows their product and takes you through it personally, you do better. And, you may spend more like me, but you will also remain loyal. I will never shop for jeans at the regular mall again. And, when I left, I had immediately Voxered friends and I was telling them about my denim find. And when I need black pants, I know where I'm going, right? That intimate experience, we can create it and we can charge a certain amount for it. And because we run the numbers and we're going to know what's going to work for us, and we can limit how many people we serve at one time. There are a number of benefits to limiting your course cohort size. Number one, you are highlighting quality. With a smaller group of students, you can provide more personalized attention and support. They get you, which is what every student wants. You can answer each of their questions individualized to their businesses. And, this just naturally provides a higher quality experience, and it can lead to happier students who have better outcomes, and it can increase your positive reviews and your referrals. And, you can work all of this into your messaging. All right, number 2, another benefit for these smaller cohorts is a more manageable workload. Of course, serving a smaller group of students can be more manageable, right? Especially if you're just starting out as a course instructor or just launching a brand new course. I just want to say that my clients who do 100 plus person launches, they have multiple coaches and team members to help with student connection and coaching and engagement. I emphasize attention at every stage for course creators, but someone who's just starting out with courses, you can better manage your time and resources, really giving a better experience overall for your students and yourself if you're limiting those numbers. I always say that courses are experiences for the business owner as well. So, think about that, that manageable workload piece. And as I noted above, intimate course experiences can lead to improved student outcomes. By serving fewer students, you can focus on tailoring your course content and delivery to their specific needs and goals, resulting in more targeted and effective and customized learning. This is what high touch is. Okay, and one last benefit I want to mention of smaller cohorts is greater flexibility. Like when you are serving a smaller group of students, you can also provide flexibility in terms of your course design and delivery. You can experiment with different teaching methods and approaches and, adjust your course in real time based on student feedback and engagement, if that's the case. So for my client doing the intimate strategy, we created a customized approach for converting students into the post-course membership site and to keep developing their businesses and building community there. So this approach worked so well that we're able to continue to do it because it's a really high touch tactic and we have less people to work with. So there's no way we could do this conversion piece and could connect in the way that we do if there were 75 or 100 students. So thinking about this flexibility that you have, that you can change things up and try out new ideas. And again, it's looking at your business as a whole. Is this course your only offer? If yes, then the intimate strategy may not be for you, right? But for those who have multiple revenue streams, and that can even mean multiple courses, an intimate and personalized approach to selling and limiting your cohort size could really make the experience for both you and your students. And, you may even start out with an intimate strategy and decide to broaden from there if this is your only offer. Because listen, making $225,000 to start is like nothing to schlub at. But you could start there and then bring on other coaches and support and grow. Our goal with my client was to develop this other revenue stream, and combined what she already does, this stream adds a really nice chunk of revenue to her business without burning her out. And this is an area of her business that she can shift to and give attention to. And she can also plan around her one-to-one projects. She can pick one-to-one projects at different times of the year when she isn't teaching her course. And, for her, it works for her personality as well, because she gets to meet new people and market to not only her existing audience, but to expand and grow her audience and have an additional offer that might be right for them. And it all starts with taking action. Having the experience of 2 launches, the teaching, it's in the doing. It showed this client what brings her joy. She also got to size up the amount of work, it is to bring in students and to properly engage with them in the quality way that she wants to. So with that under her belt, it's easy to run the numbers and project what this portion of her business can do overall. So a lot of things to think about, but it's a little bit of insight into the back end of someone else's business and what the approach is and what's working for them. So I hope this gets you thinking about your own course offer and ways that you can set this up. If you start out more limited, you don't have to have certain expenses like Facebook ads that can add up over time. So, those are just all these other points when you are considering the strategy to use for your own course offer. So give some thought, think about it, run the numbers, hit me up with any questions. All right, have a great week, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. You can access more information, links mentioned in this episode, and the show notes at thelonggamepodcast.net. If today's show connected with you in some way, please share it with your friends or hop on and leave a review. Both of these make a really big difference. All right, until next time, keep playing the long game.